But so for me, I have always been a person that, especially when it comes to social media, and I know that we're going to get into this later, I would rather know who you are than you just be a name on my email list. I
Mhm.
would rather be able to connect with you for your business instead of just knowing, oh, yeah, she sells this, and that's all that I know. And so for me, we launched our Facebook, or let me back up. We launched our community first on Facebook, and then I realized that there was a disconnect there between how I was able to connect with people and how I was getting distracted by other things. Because as I've shared with you, I have ADHD, and I was like, if I'm here, I need to be here and I need to be focused 100%. And so I started asking conversations to other people, and they were saying, okay, I really want a community and I want it to be not on Facebook because they were finding the same issues with me, but then, or like that I was having. But choosing to build things online, we relaunched our community in January of this year. So I took an entire year and 2 months away from hosting an online community because when I was thinking about doing it, I wanted to make sure that everything that I was creating was done with purpose and intention and not just, let's just put this out here and see if it works kind of a thing. Especially if it's somewhere that I am going to be, I need to make sure that it is going to be beneficial for other people and not just something that I am excited for. So when we decided to relaunch it in January, I did one kind of mini, teeny tiny launch in the December and January area when people were starting to, think about what they wanted to do for their year, for this year in particular. And other than that, I really haven't discussed it and launched it that much. And that has been done on purpose because I would rather have a small community of close knit people as we are building and as we are growing to give not only me the time and the opportunity to get to know the people who are like the OGs, as they call them, but for us to also set up all of our systems and processes to figure out, okay, so now that like this week, for example, we are officially 98 days into running our community. And so tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday, because today's Friday, on Monday, they have a survey that I'm sending them to say, okay, we've been in here now together for 90 days. What are you loving? What are you not? How can we make things better for you? Instead of me just coming in as like I am the all knowing person who does all the things right and you just follow along and do what I say. No, I am building a community for us here to all be able to learn from and have fun with each other. And so if there are frictions, I want you to tell me. I don't want to come out and come across ever as I am the boss and this is the rule and this is the one way to go. Because there's different ways to run communities, but I've also been in many where I feel like I'm just a number. Like I feel like I'm not connected to the person. I feel like I'm just somebody that's paying their bills every month, but that they have no benefit in getting to know me as an individual. And as a business owner, as a small business owner, that's part of the ownership of being a small business owner is stepping into, yes, I am the owner, but I am here for you. I don't want it to catch people off guard if I randomly send them a DM or an audio or a video call to say like, hey, I see that you're doing this and it's fantastic. I don't want them to be like, oh my gosh, who is this person and why is she contacting me? It's like, no, I am here and I am invested in your sustainability and your success. And so how can we figure out and make the content that we are creating in our community and helping you to grow, like with the workshops that we provide, so that I can see you and see where you're at? Because a lot of the people in our community in particular, they're all at different standpoints in their business. We have some people who have been on our email list literally since 2011. For 11 years, they've been on our email list, which is amazing. But thinking about it from a perspective of, okay, I have people that obviously have been in business for a long time, and I have people who are brand new and just getting started. How can we kind of meet their needs, but also how can I differentiate between the workshops that we're creating to make sure I'm speaking to their needs and not just making it what everybody wants and what, here is the one size fits all. Because as a business owner, things change from year to year. And some people did fantastic in their businesses in 2020, and some were scraping the barrel and thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to make this work for the next week, the next month, and going on from there. And so we kind of shifted, but I've purposely and intentionally come back to, I want this to be small. I don't want this to be hundreds and thousands of people that are in our community, because then I feel like not only for me will I not be able to get to know them, but also they will get to miss out on the connections and the points that they can see where they're not just a number, where it's the people that are inside that community with them. So yeah, so it's kind of like a little subtle, like we talk about it, but it's not like a big launch thing, like open and closed. And I also go against the primary community model, the membership model, where it's like you have an open and closed launch, because I want people to be able to join when they feel that it's their season to be there for it. and not oh, you want to join now? Too bad. We'll see you in 6 months. Like
Right.
that's not for my, for my opinion, the way that I can serve people well. And so I've kind of gone against the grain for what they say that you should do for online communities. And I'm like, I'm not really going to talk about it and do a big, huge launch every single time. And we're not going to have an open and close thing because I want it to be here for people when they need it and when they want it. But it's not you have to join now or too bad for you.
Right, this kind
Like,
of
because that's not, I
urgency,
don't want to run a business
scarcity
that says too
thing
bad for
where
you.
it's,
Yeah.
there's demand, but people have to wait around, and then they might
Hmm.
not feel like they need it
Right.
as much in 6 months when you reopen the doors. Like, it can be really hard to figure out what the model is that makes sense.
Right. And we have open and closed details for courses, like for our conference and
Mm.
for courses and for workshops. Like next week I'm teaching a workshop and it starts on Tuesday and I'm offering it live at 3 different times so that people have the most capability of getting there live because I've watched recorded webinars like when you watch the replay later and I know for myself I learn a whole heck of a lot better if I'm there and in it with them, but I'm cutting it off. Like I'm saying, you have to sign up by Monday if you want to join me on Tuesday, because that way I can make sure that they're not at the last minute frantic thinking, oh my gosh, where is this link and where is this supposed to be? Where's that supposed to be? So I do have open and closed details, but the nice thing is for our community members, they don't have to worry about that because I've just said, hey, if you want to sign up, make sure that you sign up by this time, but they already have the links. Like they already have all the links for my workshop that I'm teaching so that they know that they don't have to go through the extra steps. So it's a way for me to be able to take care of them. But then they also know, okay, Kristin's teaching this workshop this day. And then the following week, she has this 5-day challenge. These are the times for those. So it's kind of in a way for me to be able to take care of them in an additional way because they're investing their time and, spending money with us for our membership. And so I want to make sure that they're not just somebody else that's there that, oh, yay, they signed up for this too. No, I'm taking care of the people in my community first. And I'm leading this workshop as a way for people to get to know our community, but not in the same kind of a way that I've seen other people do it before.
Yeah.